I like Alex Proyas as a director. He's done one of my all-time favorite movies, The Crow. He did Dark City, which is really good. He did I, Robot, which was way better than I was expecting. And he even did Knowing, which I know is kind of 50-50. Some people really like it, some people don't. I did a video on it a while ago talking about how much I really enjoyed it. And I think that it gets a bad rap. He hasn't done anything in a while. Actually, he didn't do anything since Knowing. And Gods of Egypt kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't know initially that it was him, and when I heard that he was directing it, I kind of got excited. I was like, oh, good, a new Proyas movie. And then I saw the trailer, which had an overabundance of CGI, and I was willing to kind of look past that because there's been some shitty trailers before where I often bring up the original X-Men trailer. It was god-awful, and then the movie ended up being really good. So with this, I was like, well, maybe it's just a bad trailer, maybe it's some unfinished effects, maybe any number of things. Unfortunately, it was fairly accurate. The CG was bad, and the movie was just bad. The movie revolves around ancient Egypt, and the gods are living amongst the people. The god Horus is set to take the throne of Egypt, and he gets betrayed by Set. Set, being the god of darkness, then takes Egypt and plunges it into war and chaos and whatnot. There's a thief named Beck who Set inadvertently kills his girlfriend, so Horus needs his help in order to take down Set. And in exchange for his help, he promises to bring his girlfriend back from the dead. I was amazed at how little I cared about it. It bummed me out, really, because you could kind of tell that there was a lot of effort put into this. I'd since found out that Proyas did this as like a labor of love. This is a movie that he's really wanted to do, and he fought hard to finally get it made, and he makes it, and it's just a mess. It's tough because I don't think that this is a problem with editing or them cutting things out, because overall it just didn't really have anything that kept me interested. There's a part in the movie where the thief has to steal back Horus's eye, and that kind of reminded me of Prince of Persia because they had the traps set up and all that, and that was kind of cool, but again, heavy CGI to the point of where I wonder how much of this was even real. This struck me as odd because the Mummy is like 15 years old at this point, and the sand and stuff that they had in the Mummy looked better than what they had in this. And this was not a cheap movie. This was $140 million movie. And aside from Gerard Butler, there wasn't any really big actors in the movie. Well, Jeffrey Rush was in it, but he had a very small part, so I can't see him commanding some humongous paycheck. So it wasn't like they blew all their money on the cast. I really think that the majority of this went into the CG effects. About halfway through the movie, I just started thinking to myself, I don't care. I don't care about any of this. I'm not really interested in the plot. I'm not invested in this. I have a feeling I know how it's all going to end. Nothing was really appealing to me, and I was actually considering leaving. And I cannot remember the last time where I was genuinely thinking about walking out on a movie. It was that bad, and that made me sad because I wanted this to do well. I wanted it to be a cool, big movie. It didn't piss me off. There's some movies that I see that as I'm watching them, I'm just getting angry at how bad they are. Something like the Martyrs remake. That infuriated me. This, I felt nothing, and that's almost worse. At least the Martyrs remake, it gave me an emotion. This, I'm just watching it and I'm zoning out, and there's all this spectacle going on, and I'm bored. I was just bored. The acting was nothing special. I thought the CG was terrible. The directing, I thought, was okay. It was not up to Proyas' usual standard, I can say that. The story was overly convoluted, and just dumb shit happened. Towards the end of the movie, Set and Horus are having a lightsaber duel. Sure, why not? Gods of Egypt. If you're curious, don't bother. Skip it.